Welcome back to Wild Moguls
Wild
again.
Moguls, man. What's the deal?
How you doing, brother?
Solid, man. Blessed.
It's been a little while.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro.
Uh,
A lot has happened in this time we've been gone though.
yeah, a lot has happened.
So
Well, let's talk about the biggest news. Mr. Charlie Kirk
oh man.
got assassinated.
Assassinated is a heavy, you know what? I guess. To me he was just murdered, but assassinated is heavy, maybe if you had in the perspective of someone who's also racist and views like his, then maybe he was an assassinated person. But definitely it's sad that that family is now missing a father out of their life. Um, but he was pro-choice. He had pro-choice to speak on, I guess, the leftists, speak on people about gun violence, taking away their guns, and that was a pro-choice that he made. I don't think it was the same thing as, same weight as being compared to Martin Luther King, because that guy also spoke vocally, not that highly of black people, specifically like black fathers. So he didn't believe in empathy. I'm not going to give him any empathy. I'm going to just say that he had a pro-choice of speaking against people's gun rights, and someone who was also non-black took his life, unfortunately. So yeah, that's that.
What do you feel about a lot of people celebrating his death? Like I heard there was a big diss song that went super viral and it's selling actually.
That is something I don't support. I don't support anybody going to jail or dying, losing their life, because this is a state where, a country where we have freedom of speech. However, if you speak negatively on certain people, you can't be mad if you get smoked or get hit, and those people celebrate. So I don't know. Like, the only thing I can compare is, like, say if O.J. Simpson was actually guilty and he went to jail. I'm pretty sure there would have been some white people out here. Yeah, we did it, guys. We did it.
Yeah.
And then, since he was free, he wasn't guilty. Black people celebrating, or people who weren't like white. So I don't support celebrating someone dying or going to jail. At the same time though, you got to practice what you preach. The last words he was talking about was gang violence, and I don't know if he was talking about black gangs, white gangs, but it was definitely a non-black person that shot him. So maybe it was a white gang. Who knows?
All right. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. That's
There was, but there was another Charlie in the news a couple weeks ago. Charlie Sheen.
oh Sab, yeah. Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood. Yeah, boy, he's a wild boy. He's got a new book. It seems pretty interesting. And he drops that he started having homosexual activity once he started smoking crack. What you feel about that?
I've never smoked crack. I never had homosexual activities, but Charlie Sheen is still a good guy. I like his for his work, but that is a really, really weird topic to talk about right now. I do not know what to say to that. If he smoked some crack and he had to go hit a man's crack, that is something about
I mean, I think it's because
yeah.
I'm a little older, right? So Charlie Sheen seemed a little interesting because when I was coming up, he was known as like the party boy and big playboy. Like he had all the like Playboy Playboy playmates and the actresses. Like he was always like that guy. So it was just weird to see that he was doing that too.
I mean, he probably did. He's one of those guys that damn near had it all. He had, like the fame, the riches, the women, probably every car, everything he wanted. He was getting a hell of a check for every episode. So he was so successful that he was like, shit, let me try crack. And then he probably let me try some ass too. And that's just probably how that went. he probably was never satisfied with whatever because he got everything. So, check out his new book, y'all. And then, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Crack is whack.
His wife, ex-wife, Denise Richards, I overheard. I was at the Special Forces screening, or not screening, but press junket, the new season. And I guess Denise Richards, I'm not sure if this show, but I heard Denise Richards, his ex-wife, her breast implants imploded, like doing one of these, like the special forces, they doing all type of stuff, like army stuff, it's like a reality show, and they do endurance tests and like army training type stuff. And I think she like jumped out the helicopter or jumped somewhere, and her breast implants ruptured.
Damn, that sounds like it's painful.
Yeah. I didn't do no research.
So her titty pop?
Yeah, basically her titty top. I was trying to say it professionally.
Yeah, her titty pop. Damn. Shit. Deflated and shit. That sound like that hurt.
Well, our boy Young Thug is going through it. He's having a rough little time.
He having a rough time. He just all over the place. And is he in jail still? Or
No, he's out.
He's out. Free. He's out. Oh, so they've been leaking the jail calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got 2 years or how many years he was in jail worth of phone calls and pillow talking.
Man, that industry, the music industry is really fucked up. Like I don't know. I feel like somebody just trying to just take his ass out in a different way. So it's some sketchy shit behind it, the scenes, because you can't really fault the man for like talking like that on the phone. Like, of course, the police was like recording your calls and all that, but you don't think it's gonna get leaked. Mm-hmm. Same thing with my dad too. I'm like, dude, stop talking to these niggas. These niggas is putting your voice all on YouTube and shit. Like, stop. So, but you just don't. If you ever been in jail, it's you in a negative state. So you gonna say whatever. You gonna be chit chatting like, yeah, fuck that nigga, fuck that shit too, fuck that bitch. Shit, you gonna say whatever. So you can't really fault him. Like,
I mean, how many? I think Reggie made a mention that if they leak your dad's phone calls like they leak Young Thug, it'd be a problem.
I mean, you leak anybody's phone call, it'll be a problem. Like Reggie's whole whole career is based off talking about Suge and living in the past.
Literally a whole channel.
It's literally a whole channel just talking about that. So other than that, like I'm not saying fuck Reggie like I hate him or anything, but it's just like Reggie's a beta male. Just talk about being a police officer. It's much greater legacy than the shit that you stuck on.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah. But leaking Young Thug's calls, that's just some janky shit. That's just some people trying to mess his brand up.
Oh, I think it could be a few things. Obviously, it could be the prosecution that's like mad at him, so they're just like doing revenge stuff to make him look bad because they look bad. Yeah,
they can't get him on a RICO, so they like fuck him on the streets.
You know what I'm
saying?
That
type shit, yeah.
And then it could be podcasters who's using the Freedom of Information Act and then taking that and trying to get the views off. Because I think technically you could just pay for this stuff. Like you got to go through, but you pay for it and then.
I don't think that's constitutional. I think they should be able to do that, but to each his own, man. Like, you're not gonna be blessed. You're not gonna be blessed if you out here as a YouTuber looking for people's information like that to make a channel off of. You're just not gonna be blessed. Like that kind of journalism is not blessed. Like people don't have them long careers. I know Vlad TV may look like he's have a long career, but he's definitely not able to be outside freely without thinking somebody gonna whoop his ass or some shit.
You think so?
For sure. He's definitely not in the room with those dudes interviewing and stuff. So he's definitely gonna sue. Like,
oh, he's not in the room, you think?
Oh hell no. I heard it was a microphone and he's just like a camera or his TV and he talks to them.
Oh nigga, he's doing it big.
He's moving in like a damn informant. FBI.
Now, did you hear the Young Thug apology song?
Very smart. As an artist, you know what I'm saying? That's who he is. He's still a musician. you can't take away Thug's credibility of being a great musician. So that's just what it is. Like the more you, if you really knew your idols, that probably wouldn't be your idol. Thug ain't my idol, but I'm a huge fan of his work. You know, he has a great talent. Yeah, I saw that some of the lead calls, he was writing songs for Weezy because he idolized Lil Wayne and shit like that. So that's how it worked, man. People just people just be fans of other stuff, and that's just how that stuff rocks. Thug though, just move forward. I wouldn't pay attention to any other elite calls and anything like that. People need stuff to talk about.
Did you hear what he said about Drake? Not in the apology song, but I didn't hear him talk shit. What did he say about Drake when he talked shit about
it? I didn't say, damn, bro, I've been out the way so much, but like I think I seen like on Instagram blogs and shit. I didn't really look over it. It was just more like put me on par with like help me out, nigga, or something like that. Yeah. Do a free Thug concert. I could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I saw. So
no, because I heard like a conversation where Thug, I think he was talking about certain rappers. I think he was talking about Kendrick. Like he was talking about how like he was trying to get a record, but I guess Kendrick wasn't responding. So, you know, he was talking shit. But well, fuck that nigga, you know? Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, bro.
And that's why Drake, he's like, he don't put nobody on. That's why I fuck with Drake. Because Drake, you know, he put me on, put money, you know what I'm saying? He's like, he put a lot of people ate and was able to provide for their families because of Drake. That's what he said. And to see him talk shit or have to apologize,
excuse me,
that seems weird.
Bless me. Yeah, but that's just real. We don't know the truth of that, and it's hard to say because what somebody considered was eating could be somebody's like you fucking me over. We don't know if Drake is really putting these niggas on. If anything, you got an artist named I Love McConan who blew up. He already had a wave back in like 2014, 15. That song got the club going up on a Tuesday and shit.
Yeah.
Cool dude, right? Drake hopped on the remix, and this is what I'm seeing off the sources, what they saying. And then charged dude, so signed him and charged dude for the feature, but dude couldn't pay it. So that's not like really a lob. It's more like fucked up business tactics. Good like art of war, you know, strategic shit. So that could have been a deal that Thug think is a deal, but it's not a deal to somebody else. You kind of get me?
Yeah.
Because soon as Drake on that shit, he sending invoices out. All right, nigga, I hopped on your song. I did you a favor. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you never know who thinks that's a good deal. So maybe maybe Kendrick's probably really honest and be like, nah, I don't even want to deal with that crowd or deal with that shit. I'm just going to focus on my core fans, and it's already working for me. Mm-hmm. So he ain't the only one that's not, or keeping himself exclusive. So...
And he was dissing Glorilla, talking about how she ugly with his girl or something. And then Glorilla has her diss song on Young Thug and Mariah, his girl.
Glorilla's doing what you're supposed to do. You know, a motherfucker call you ugly, you better clap back. Shit, Gorilla hard. Gorilla hard rapper. And she, you know, she got her looks here and there. You know, I'm not gonna call anybody ugly, but Gorilla hard. She up there. But that's just a private phone call. If you leak anybody's phone call, especially if you in jail, you will be surprised. You will be like, oh, damn, this is how they really feel about me? So, that ain't nothing new.
So now...
keep making music.
Your boy Drake, speak about Drake again, he seems like he bought not yours, but a Tupac chain.
Oh, the Tupac chain? That's fake. That ain't real. The gold is real. The diamonds is probably real, but that ain't the real Death Row chain. Now, do I appreciate Drake doing that? Of course. Keep the legacy alive. You a fan of one of the greatest record labels ever. You know what I'm saying? But I think what he did for it, you know, he kind of petty. He probably was trying to throw a shot at the West Coast. So he obviously has some kind of like low-key beef with either Kendrick or whatever. Obviously with Kendrick, but there's some West Coast beef or something like that because he was trying to throw a shot. Drake is always known for just doing stuff like that. Like, he also bought, Pharrell's chains and melted them down in his songs, what he said.
He melted down Pharrell's chains?
I don't think that was true, but I for sure think he bought them in an auction or something. My dad shit was in the auction too. Growing up, I had people was like, I bought Suge Knight underwear. White guy. He was like, dude, like, it's crazy, but okay. Like, damn. So,
right.
but,
Now,
yeah.
what was you gonna say?
I don't know. It's just shout out to Drake. Just keep putting out music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do.
Now, Cameron got hired by 50 Cent as a producer to be on the, I guess, to work on the Paid in Full series.
Oh, word. That's dope.
But
Paid
then
in
I
Full.
think Dame is clowning him like, oh, so now 50's your new boss. Like,
I was watching this movie called Soul with my kids, and I feel like Dame Dash is stuck in that. It's a part of the movie where in Soul, it's a movie with Jamie Foxx. It's an animation movie that like the soul got so caught up in his hate and it became in a dark path, it lost its purpose. So basically, it was clouded up, and I think Dame is in that state. So because if he was like, he has to adapt. So going out and attacking, Cameron and 50 just wasn't probably the best route. It just I don't agree with Dame with that, but that's pretty dope for 50 and Cameron to keep work alive for another drug story.
and I don't think Cam is an employee. I think it's a mutual respect, and 50 really does produce films and TV.
Employee or not, shit, everybody gotta work somewhere. Like you gotta work.
That's true.
I don't know who gives a fuck. Like shit, ain't nothing wrong working. Shit, like so who cares? It's part of me is excited, like that's dope, but part of me get a little kind of burnt out on another like drug type of film or type of material. But it's like, is it because the production or companies only want to promote that kind of stuff, or is it that it sells good because those are good stories that black people or the urban market is looking forward to? Because it gets burnt out. Then because you have someone that'll be like, well, we love Scarface. Y'all don't do that to Al Pacino and Scarface. And it's like, I feel you, bro. But we got Snowfall, Paid in Full, every other shit, the movie Fresh. Like, it's just a long...
That nigga said Fresh.
Yeah, I love that movie Fresh. But it's just like a long... To The Wire. Like, it's just the long background of just, like, building stuff up off drug companies or drugs. And, like, my perspective is different because Death Row wasn't started off drug money.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna say Mahario and all that kind of type of shit, but like that's totally different. That's why it wasn't operating like how all the other labels were operating. There was no Fed case drop on it. It was just how we take out Suge Knight.
Yeah.
So
how we can take out
Suge Knight. That's just pretty much how that shit went.
Nah, that's a notorious story.
Yeah.
Now another one of your great colleague, Ray J, finally made it to Kai Cenat's shower.
Oh yeah. Man. Dude, Ray bro, I'm telling you, when you were like in a famous light, it's a battlefield. It ain't like you could just go back into work. Like you can, I did that shit, but you deal with it differently. People just be like, your colleague be like, hey, I see you on TV. I'm like, yeah, nigga, go watch my show later, nigga, leave me alone. Like, type of shit. And then, you got Ray, you gotta keep living, you know what I'm saying? So he jumping onto Kai Cenat, that's a good setup. But getting in the shower and telling that young boy to get in the shower at his age, just don't look right to me, but you gotta get it how you live. I think he was in his natural state. And it was just like soap and bubbles and shit. He missed Diddy for sure.
Yeah, well,
he missed Diddy.
I'm trying to figure out Ray J, because I know Ray J is a very smooth brother. You know what I'm saying? I've known him for years. He's a smooth brother, hands down. Got one of the best records of females in Hollywood history. You know, you got to give him his credit on that.
For sure.
And you got to be able to be somewhat put together mentally and be naturally smooth when you're doing things like that. But like right now,
I think it's drugs.
Now, do you think it's drugs, or do you
drugs.
think it could be
Nah.
a sense of humor that we don't get? Like he's trying to do Orlando Brown.
People who do drugs be having a good ass sense of humor. You ever seen like people who on crack or whatever? They be having some cool ass stories. Like, yeah, nigga, don't be like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They cool. Like, so I think it's just drugs. Drugs give you that charisma that you know people will love. Women will love that shit. So if you look at the track record, yeah, what's the common thing that he has with all these chicks? Probably some drugs. And every chick got that one little phase. Now, I ain't gonna generalize it, but you know, most chicks be having that phase, or everybody has that phase where it's just like, they was partying with that one person. You know, it ain't a forever thing, but that's what they do their thing with. Oh, so now we got callers coming in on the line. Say no to drugs, though, y'all.
Say no to drugs.
What up, brother?
Brother Malik,
What's good?
man, we over here doing this interview with young Suge Jr.
Oh, okay. You black.
So we just want to, you know what? I was like, you calling me, man. I'm over here doing this interview. You got any questions or something to ask this brother? Because, you know, you really good with questions.
Oh, snap. Let me get it.
Okay, say it again, beloved.
I said, I'm over here with Suge. We're doing an interview, man. You know, you got some good questions, or is there anything you want to know from Suge about his family, about himself? Is there anything that you would like to ask that the world can want to know too?
You know, what would he do differently if he ran death row today?
What would I do differently if I ran death row today?
Yeah.
That's a great question, Brother Malik.
Say it to the camera. How would you run it with your generation?
With my generation, well, we'll be adapting. So we'll be having rappers and we'll be having AI chats, you know, to connect with everybody because it's such a larger database of, you know, interacting with people. I think I would just be strategically just going straight on like whatever is there. I would depend on the rapper's core base. Like if I got a ratchet rapper, okay, focus on your ratchet fans and all that, and then we go on ratchet movies. And if it's like a artist, a singer, that their fan base, I'll focus on that. Since music is differently today, man, I think the only bag for real is kind of, I'm gonna take a little piece out of my pop stuff is focused back on them soundtracks. I think soundtracks is back where it's at. So
Yeah, he should be big on that.
yeah, so I think that's a good lane. Cause other than that,
That on
it's
lock. He
like
should be big on that.
yeah, because the politics to get on the radio is crazy. So I would just focus on soundtracks, so people will just be, because a lot of people are at home watching Netflix movies or Hulu. So we'll just try to just do all those and just get those syncs. That's how
Do you remember?
run it a little differently.
Do you remember? Do you remember when your dad signed a district attorney's daughter to a deal?
I'm not too sure about all that, but I'm pretty sure he did do that.
Yeah, he did. He signed a Longo. Longo was the attorney. Longo was the district attorney back in the days, and he signed Snoop. One of them dudes had a case, Tupac or something. So Suge, smart ass, he signed the dude's daughter to a record deal. Longo was the district attorney. That's how smart he was, and all them cases started going away. Ask your dad if you think I'm making that up.
Yeah, nah. I mean, shit. He made songs. He did songs for Dion, who's got the money. So I'm pretty sure he did a lot of great things like that. So
strategic. Beat some of them goofy cases. He signed the DA's daughter, and the DA you couldn't fuck with him no more.
Yeah, I mean that's how you got to play them courts. You know, I got to play life. So when you running like that, you could just do that. So today's era, you would just be signing influencers. It would be more to go into some influencers and shit like that. So, like that would be the play. The streamers.
Another question, maybe you can answer it on air, but what are the challenges that you have being Suge's son?
Say it one more time about being Suge's son.
In your own line of expertise.
Ask him the question again.
A doctor or school, or what has been some of the challenges just You know, because all the things that they saying about your dad is not bad. That's just the suckers.
Yeah, no, it's dealing with it's different stages. To answer your question, is knowing it's doing your own thing without everybody thinking that you're trying to mimic him. So like my love for music and all that is differently than for his love for music in the music business. So it's like I always got to deal with like people just comparing it or thinking that I'm trying to walk in his footsteps when I'm not doing that at all. So that's the only like real challenge. Other than that, it's no different than everybody else. So that's pretty much it.
Now let me ask you something, Malik. What are some because you've been in the trenches. You were with Snoop Dogg during the court his court hearing. You've been
Wow.
around these streets. You've been around Suge probably directly, indirectly. And there's a lot of I think there's a misrepresentation of Suge on the positive note. Is there some what are some things that a lot of people wouldn't know, maybe his son or even the viewers wouldn't know about Suge that he did for the culture and for our people?
I'm gonna tell you what he did do, because that was my next statement to him about his dad's positive shit. A lot of niggas he gave jobs to, we all know that. A lot of niggas he got out of jail and stuff like that. But he used to throw the Mother's Day events for the mothers of murdered children.
Yeah.
And they used to be big, big dinners, and he get their hair done and throw out some bread. You know, he was real big on respecting females, sort of say. Although contrary to popular belief, they think he was a big dude on the female. That dude didn't really play with females, and he can't stand snitches. That's one thing about him. He can't stand a rat, man. But the positive thing, he can't stand a rat. But the positive thing is, that brother used to pay a lot of people. I told you, he gave me that 500 time my rent was due.
Oh wow.
Yeah. If you catch him, and especially if you catch him and call him Simon, you really on. I said, catch Suge, Simon says, that nigga gonna break you off. That was the secret shit. If you didn't know Suge, you didn't know. He gonna be whooping your ass. You yell, Simon, stop. You know, that nigga played Simon Says as a kid. He played that shit seriously.
Funny as hell. Funny.
That nigga Simon get one of them Cubans, have one of them catching one of them Cuban cigars in his mouth and call that nigga Simon, you finna get a check.
Oh, that part.
Hell yeah, fucking with Suge. That nigga can hide them cigars. The last thing they had when they bust him that cigar. But once before though, I tried to put Pops on a little bit because he didn't move with that death row like he was moving because of them suckers. So I took him to my billionaire buddy Alki David, and him and Cat Williams was down there. And then Cat Williams, this broad that was a wild photographer, loose style, she asked me, did she take pictures of Cat Williams and Suge Knight? I said, bitch, don't ask me no shit like this. You have to ask them niggas. So she went and took her ass and took the pictures anyhow, and then tried to do Cat Williams whooped her ass and Suge and them chased her or something. And then she tried to say that Malik told her she can take the pictures. Bitch, I'm not their publicist. And I don't play with them niggas like that. And he whooped her motherfucking ass in Beverly Hills. Yeah.
He said, bitch, I ain't they publicist.
That's what I told him. I said, bitch, I ain't they publicist. Just like that. Cat Williams had some holes in the car with like an SUV, but the SUV had a petition in the middle with him in the back, like a limo petition.
Wow, I remember that. They both went to jail that day, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that day. And then Cat Williams' lawyer called me. Was like, man, can you look out for cats that come to court? I thought it was a prank call. I said, man, Cat Williams. I said, man, tell that nigga tell that nigga, man, I take my wife on $40,000 dates, man.
Well, there it is. Malik was there. So you brought them to Alki David's office.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. I remember that. Because I remember that was in Beverly Hills, right there at his office.
Yes, sir. I ain't got a lot of kicking.
I already know. I
That's
already know.
Respect.
That's like a nigga saying, Lil Suge got a lot of kicking about how many lobsters he done had and steaks and big mini bikes and toys and shit. He ain't got a lot of kicking. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
That nigga daddy made $420+ million. Oh, and for the record, I don't give a fuck what nail nigga breathe and say. Suge Knight ain't broke.
Oh, we all knew that type of shit. Yeah. So.
Don't you fool yourself. Don't you think for 1 second that man ain't got no bread stacked. Don't you fool yourself. He too smart.
Yeah, we know that part. That's
That
I
nigga
ain't
made
gonna lie.
$400+ million motherfucking dollars. Once them niggas get out of his pockets, cause too many niggas in his pocket begging and lying.
Yeah, that's how that shit do work.
Don't you fool yourself, little shit. It might be a little something somewhere for you, pimpin'.
All right, tripping. I'm good, but yeah, I appreciate that. He good. I know he got his breasts put up. But yeah.
Hey, well, I was gonna say too, one last thing to Lil Suge. You know, let's erase everybody's perception of your father for a second. And I'm gonna use your father because you're here. Overall, man, he is a great man, and he is the baddest producer that has ever walked the earth when it comes to this rap shit. It's just that simple. And when you're the best, you're the most hated. It's just that simple.
Yeah. That's how it be. Even the Four Seasons still get bad reviews. People still go. So
Come on, man. I was at the Four Seasons with your father before.
yeah, I believe that.
It's only a couple of people that ever stayed in the Four Seasons that long. It was Larry Flint and Suge Knight that ever was real residents that long at the motherfucking Four Seasons. Suge, I believe, used to live at the Four Seasons at one time. He stayed there, so you'd have thought he lived there.
Yeah, that was him. You do shit like that.
That was his spot. That nigga stayed there when he was so-called broke. He ain't going no less than the
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro.
That much I do not tell them niggas. That nigga, he don't give a fuck if he in the middle of the desert. You better build a Four Seasons.
On me. On me.
He's not gonna stay nowhere less than that, bro.
Yeah.
That's why he had all them goofy niggas stay. He loved the shit out of the Four Seasons. And if he go to any city he go to, he gonna be in the Four Seasons. At minimum, he might do Fontaine Blue.
Yeah, or the W, some shit. Yeah.
But let me say this. I gotta push my wife. I always say that. But one time I asked Suge, I said, Suge, I said, man, because I really wanted to know. I was like, man, what was it like having all that bread and the private jets and being able to count all that money and shit, man? And he looked at me like, you po-ass nigga, why you asking some questions like that? You will never know.
Damn.
I was serious, though. Like, how does it feel to sit in front of 8, 9, 10 million cash, nigga, call shots? How that shit feel? Like, where's some of the spots you used to go, nigga? I was curious. Like, what did you see? That's why your dad loved my black ass, because I wasn't scared of him. I don't fear nothing but Allah. And I tried to help put him on through Alki again. That's what I did, dude.
Yep.
That's real.
I did. Ask him. And did you ask him about that Wi-Fi?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell him.
What did he say?
No, tell him now.
What about the
Dad was
Wi-Fi?
the first one to put Wi-Fi in the court building.
What?
He used to have his trial.
Hold on, you said he was the first. He was the first one to he put Wi-Fi in the court buildings.
210 Temple Street didn't have internet access, and they didn't have Wi-Fi where they can go to laptops and all that other shit. Your dad had that shit installed in the courtroom Snoop was going to, nigga. I sat right there and watched it. We didn't even know what Wi-Fi the fuck was.
Got a real person with a real testimony. Suge Knight put Wi-Fi in the courtrooms.
L.A. courthouse.
L.A. courthouse. Wow.
I seen him talking to David Kenner. He understood what the fuck the nigga was talking about. And nobody knew what the fuck Wi-Fi was.
Damn.
Wow.
Another great thing that Suge Knight has done.
Because Snoop had that lawyer, David Kenner. David Kenner had a white broad and another honky with him, but they had them law clerks with them, them old Harvard-looking motherfuckers. And they had to put their laptop together in the courtroom at that time. Nigga did not have Wi-Fi. And Suge had this, and he paid for it.
Wow.
Ask him.
Definitely gotta ask that one. That's just crazy. Thank you so
He
much,
could be like,
brother
Malik,
Malik.
man. He could be like, I forgot. I sat there and watched him. I could still see him talking to David Ken in the hallway. Then I could see him going in the court, and they was explaining what they was going to put the laptops and all that shit on the desk to get that Wi-Fi installed in that room because they didn't have it, bro.
Dang, that's crazy.
Now ask him when you talk to him about that. Ask him.
Will do. He gonna tell me about it. That's crazy.
He gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
That's how they was sitting there with them laptops fighting that case for stupid ass.
So there's no reason for him to be sitting in jail for this long anyway. Damn.
Come on, man. That man ain't supposed to went to jail, period, man.
Period,
That's
yeah.
liability insurance for it, man, to cover that LLC. That man was the master wanted the masters. It's like the master wanted the masters from Prince, the master wanted the masters from James Brown, the master wanted the masters from Michael Jackson, and your father was one of them type of niggas that didn't budge, and he wasn't even supposed to be in a rap game. He's an athlete.
That part.
I think he got two cousins that was athletes, two big old dudes live in Compton. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They still around?
I think so. I know either the twin brothers, something like
Yeah,
that.
they went to UNLV with him.
Yeah. I know you talk about.
Now, them niggas is some gangsters.
Yeah, that
Them
part.
your dad's real folks right there.
Yeah, I know you talking about.
Them niggas, they got the biggest mansion in Compton. The only mansion in Compton. How about that?
Yeah.
Am I making this shit up, little still?
Nah, you talking the facts, man.
Shit, nigga, I got two kids from Hub City. You can't tell me shit. And they from LAPD officer. You can't tell me a motherfucker. Like, nothing.
That's crazy.
Well, shit, man.
Thank you for blessing us today, Brody. That was real.
Yeah, man. And then when you really want to shake them niggas up, turn Muslim.
That part.
Shake that motherfucker. Your dad gonna come home Muslim. Guaranteed he'll get money back. I
God.
think Suge the only brother I seen that light a cigar nigga in the mask jig behind the podium.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nigga. I'm talking about not the Orthodox at the nation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the real one. He respects the Muslims. Dude don't play fake religion. He just believes in God. He don't do fake religion. But
Yeah.
Suge ain't never not believed in God. You can't take that from him.
Yep.
You can't take that from him because he know what his purpose. His purpose was to serve Allah, get this message out, utilize Tupac's motherfucking talent, and change the trajectory of the whole planet. That's what he did do.
Yep.
Dear mama, nigga, fuck all that.
Word.
Thank you, Malik.
Thank you, brother.
We appreciate you.
If Suge would have kept that boot up them niggas' ass and went on the gas, we'd have never got that good ass music. Man, get the fuck out of here. Stop it.
Church.
Oh, nigga wasn't nothing but a little pressure.
Church.
Ain't like y'all niggas had to go to prison. Ain't none of them busters went to prison. None, but Tupac.
Yeah.
Rest of the niggas just ate and cried, and then you got mad at your babysitter when he slapped you on your ass. Shut up, punk. Let the peacemaker get some of that money so I can go build me some homes for the homeless. Later.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to the peacemakers.
Yes, sir. So yeah.
Man, that was a lot. That was dope. Okay. Wild Moguls right here.
Well, I like Malik because he's a very energetic brother, and he has he's older, so he has a good perspective, and he's been a journalist for like 30 years. Like,
wow.
Yeah. He worked for TMZ. He worked for the Sentinel. He's done.
Word.
He had a show on A&E called Peacemakers. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
incredible. Okay. Shout out to peacemakers, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Malik.
Malik, yeah.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That was real. The
Gave us some
Wi-Fi knowledge thing was crazy. That's crazy, man.
Nah, but it makes sense. You got young niggas with money when they doing a court date. They gotta have the Wi-Fi. I heard Barack Obama when he ran for president and he was going against Hillary Clinton. One conversation I remember because I had people who were like a part of both campaigns.
Oh, wow.
And they said the difference was like, they remember being in Hillary Clinton's like campaign office, and it was all like notepads and paper and pen, and Obama's was all like laptops and iPads, like and phones. It was like digital and manual.
That's why Hillary was like, scratch that, delete that shit. And my mom was like, delete them emails, delete everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Different shit. All right, damn, bro.
So
Wow, and the world probably didn't even know that Suge put Wi-Fi in the damn LA courthouses. That's crazy.
yeah,
Overachiever ass nigga, man. It's so hard to do overachieve that motherfucker. That's why I gotta just stay focused on me and just do my thing. He was like, what would you do differently? All right, nigga, I am doing it differently. Like, shit, bro. Like, it's different. Like, and you gotta like today, you gotta work with streamers. The streamers make more than the rappers. The rappers is going onto the live stream. So you gotta like market that shit way differently than the artists back in the 90s.
yeah.
So yeah, that would be different. That was dope. What else we got?
Man, I don't know. I think we covered
Everything.
There's always a lot of shit going on. It was 9/11. It was 9/11 a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like the whole 9/11 thing is kind of faded away. Seems for years.
We got the new shit now. It's that Charlie Kirk assassination now. That's that shit. You took them people, man, out. Mm-hmm. I still just don't. I don't know, man. I seen that brother talking about a poor Asian is less likely to commit crimes than a poor black person. Then he didn't want to talk about systemic racism.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like, I don't know. I just can't really just see what he was doing beneficial to America. Because when people like that, America was built for free by black people. We didn't even get no reparations. We get none of that. And then to go ahead and say, look at the numbers and statistics of black fathers that's not in the homes, and they don't want to take any accountability that they had the crack epidemic. They put the drugs in those neighborhoods, the redlining. They don't want to take any accountability for that. I even heard out of his own voice say that it was all pro-choice to do drugs. So I get it. That is a true fact that people did their own drugs and having that choice, but you can't take away the systemic racism that is still present to this day.
No, and it's
can't.
It's crazy.
That's why you got people with the way how they rule out people who get charged in jails. If you're a white person, you're gonna get charged with less crime or less time. That's not gonna be make your life harder compared to a black person. They're gonna be overly charged. They're definitely gonna have a felony, and after that, they're not a citizen anymore because they have a felony. They can't vote. They can't do certain things anymore. So it's just keeping them in a system so they can stay pretty much modern day slavery. Mm-hmm. They don't want to talk about stuff like that. So that's just more of a reason why black people or non-minorities have to be really aware of the choices we make, because it's not fair. It's not the same fair advantage. And we're not asking for fair advantages, but if a country that really wants to have, that believes in justice and fair and equality, they got to really start practicing it. Other than that, RP Charlie Kirk, and hopefully a lesson is be careful how you speak. Even I gotta be careful how I speak. When I put out whatever I put out on Wild Moguls or whatever platform, I have to be prepared for whoever's gonna receive that message. Mm-hmm. I could be like, yeah, fuck Reggie fat ass. He don't talk about nothing. Reggie be like, I'm done with this nigga. And take me out, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or he do whatever he gotta do to do that. So it's just cause and effect for things. So if anything though, prayers out to Reggie. I know y'all probably didn't expect that, because I just want some peace, because I feel like it's a bad energy, going back and forth online. Prayers out to that Kirk's family. Hopefully they can see that it'll be a difference, in their life. Like they can find God. I'm pretty sure they're Christians, so they'll find some peace in their heart. Prayers out to everybody that speak bad about Suge. Hopefully y'all all get what y'all want and find some peace, because I know God gonna bless us as the Knights. So we're gonna keep it moving from there. And I could just thank God. Thank you everybody that's been supporting this channel, in the comments. Even y'all that's talking about my ugly green couch. I'm gonna change my couch, my nigga. Like, it's just been my lucky couch, It's just one of those things. I don't throw away things in our home, especially if I worked hard and buy it. It's a lot of story behind this couch, my nigga.
It's the Grinch.
It's the green Grinch, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with this couch, but I know my wife hate this shit too. She's like, get this shit out of here. I'm holding on. But Now since the people in the comments is going on my couch. We'll change it pretty soon, but shit, it's a lot of memories on this couch. So shit, just keep living right, man. Keep supporting the channel, and stay tuned for what me and Kenta probably gonna do. We might look for Tupac or something like that. You never know.
That part.
Peace.